Tough one on Saturday. Missouri's obviously a quality team, and Coach Odom. It was good seeing him. Respect his program. The quarterbacks obviously as advertised, and they're going to have a good season. But I thought our team fought. Okay, obviously I'm not as a head coach when you're watching the tape. The first thing you do, you're looking at it from a alignment assignment standpoint. And we certainly made, I showed a tape yesterday to the offense, and it was like 18 times, that we beat ourselves throughout that game. Now some of it was first game. We had some new players playing receivers and stuff. So there were some things that we could have controlled, all right? And then you say, okay, now let's look at it again from a physicality standpoint. And we got beat several places at the point of attack. All right, now we didn't really push the ball down the field. I was trying to avoid sacks when it comes to that. But what I did like about it, and looking for positives, is that it was a physical game. Okay, I thought both sides of the football, I thought our skill guys ran the football very hard. I thought on defense, yes, they threw the ball over the top of us several times. Just some spots we can't run as fast as some of their guys, but I thought it was very physical. When they ran the ball, there was collisions, there was guys tackling, and we made them get up and have to snap it again from a run game wise. So that was exciting to me as we move forward. And I got seniors in there in the fourth quarter that are still playing hard. They're still, playing, being productive. And that's important. That's important to your team as you move to the next week, as you want to see your football team and their character. And so I saw a lot of positive things about that. I saw guys in the locker room ready to move to this week, ready to get into into conference play, and that'll benefit us. Luckily, we came out of it with just bumps and bruises, so that was a good thing. Got back in late Saturday night and back at practice yesterday, and moving forward to this week.
I was saying that things will improve the most from
Certainly.
the second week. Is that because you finally
Yeah.
see somebody else and that kind of thing?
No doubt, you can simulate all you want from the sideline and stuff, but it's just different when the coaches are on the sideline, that far away the whole time. Terry Williams, who's a very good player for us, that's his first game with us. Ben Phillips, a very good player, that's his first game day. And you can talk about it, but until they actually go through it, it's new to them. And there were some things that they can control from a mental aspect that they'll be better on this week as they're out there by themselves. And you're not just going 3 plays, 4 plays in practice, and then the twos are coming in. They're out there by themselves, trying to sustain a drive. And like I said, Dresser the same way. Even though it was his 6th start, there were some things that a mistake or two that he usually doesn't make in practice. But he's also in his comfort zone. And how many practices he had in the stadium in a year and a half, to where now he was at another environment with the big crowd, and so you can't hear. And here in practice, I can whisper it under my breath, and he can hear me. As far as the formation or the play. When you're on the road, you can't. So those things got to be improved to give us a chance to be able to execute, to be able to compete and sustain some drives.
Do you think Saturday's environment will help this team out coming up this Saturday?
In my
yeah.
experience,
In another big stadium.
Yeah, in my experience, it does. Anytime you go and play in those FBS venues, it does. It helps you. Now, it kind of, you wish you could put your kids in that environment every week because there's some excitement. They do a lot of weights and a lot of practice time goes into that, and you wish your kids had an opportunity to play in front of. I don't know what the crowd was. What was the crowd Saturday? What was the attendance number? Okay, but to them that was it was 100,000. And that's a great feeling. So no, they'll be excited. We got a lot of Tennessee kids. So you're going to a quality program, going to a Conference USA school. Our guys will be ready to play. I think a lot of the Middle Tennessee State program, Rick Stocksville, the head coach, have tremendous respect for him, what he's done with that program. Not only the wins and losses, but how he treats people. And Jeep Wade, our offense coordinator, worked for him for several years, so I feel somewhat connected to the program because of Jeep's time there, and and watching Stock coach his son, and what a great player he is. He's thrown for 10,000 yards or whatever it is in his career, and he's such a competitor. Me having 2 young sons that play the quarterback position, it's been a blast for me to watch him over the last 4 years, watching Um, Coach Stock and his son, it's just been fun to watch and how he competes and turn the Vanderbilt tape on and watch how he competes and throws his body around. I mean, he plays the position how it's supposed to be played. And, whether it's our quarterbacks or my boys, if you want to see a college player who leads this team, leads by example on the field and everything I know off the field that he does for that program, that's what it's supposed to be about. So I'm looking forward to competing against him.
Yeah, that's the thing, another high-profile college quarterback, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen that now. Does it help these guys get ready for what is it?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for us to use it as an example to our offensive players. Anytime I told the team yesterday, good teams learn when they lose. You don't just make excuses. You learn when you lose, and then you learn when you're watching quality teams, in which MTSU is. So no, we even though I run the offense, we'll watch their offense for a few minutes this week because I want our quarterbacks to see how the body language and the sense of urgency that an established quarterback plays with. We're striving to play at that level. And so, no, it's a great opportunity for our offensive players to learn as well from a quality player like Brent Stocksel.
So you had a lot of penalties in the first
Oh
half
yeah,
this week.
yeah.
How do you guys clean that up this week?
Let's say I think there was pass interferences. Like I told our guys, look, if you're gonna get a pass interference, get one. Get one. Let's don't let them catch. I think there was twice we had pass interferences, and we let them still catch the ball. So let's get our money's worth when we get that pass interference call. A couple times, we were subbing some guys out on punt team due to some fatigue. We were on the field a lot on defense. And the 25-second clock got us, or 40-second clock got us on that and stuff. So that's something the coaches addressed yesterday, and we cleaned up pretty well. There was a high-low block. You watch it on tape. It's not. I mean, it was anticipated. Could have been, so you address each one individually and you try to improve on that. But no, you get 15 penalties. You can't beat an average team, much less a quality team. With 15 penalties.
What did you see from the Vanderbilt MTSU game that y'all could use to possibly get a win?
Yeah, they're built differently than we are. I say Vanderbilt is. Vanderbilt's a 12 personnel team. They're heavy sets. They're heavy sets, and they're going to force the run and then take shots down the field. Didn't go very good the first half. I mean, what was the score? 14-7 or 7-7.5 or something like that. Then the second half, they hit a couple of those shots, and then I think they scored on defense, and so then they stretched their lead out from there. So, you look at some schemes and stuff and try to flip it over to how you're built and stuff. But the thing you saw is, Middle Tennessee State, competed, was in the game, had a chance. There's some things that I'm sure they wishing they would get back to be able to have that game close in the fourth quarter. So, be honest with you, it's Monday morning. I'm only about halfway through the tape before we start formulating our ideas tonight and for practice, for the next 2 days.
You take a lot of pride in the Sergeant Orr Trophy, and that's way down the road, but you're about to open a span of 3 straight games against Tennessee.
Tennessee. That's right.
How much pride does the team take in competing against, it doesn't matter that they're FBS
Right.
or next year?
I don't know if I thought about that from a MTSU standpoint, but now that you brought it up, no, that's great. Like I said, a lot of guys from the state of Tennessee. I'm sure there's a lot of guys in our program that were recruited by them, our Tennessee kids, and they went another direction, and got another player. So, I would think we'd be very familiar, and we got guys with, that want to go and play well in front of their family and friends and high school coaches and stuff. I'm sure that'll be at the game. But, no, that's right. 3 weeks in a row against Tennessee schools. So, tough schedule, like we said, when the season started. So, load up and play. I really liked this team's attitude when, yesterday we were at meetings at 2 o'clock, okay? And there's been some years, right, where guys are in the training room. Where there's guys that might have been late for a meeting because of the quick turnaround and stuff like that. But give our seniors credit, give our coaches credit for this. The team's in a good place mentally, so that's good. We need to stay there. Now, we need to have some success. Need to have some success. Can't be any 51-14s, and because then it gets very difficult to, you want to carry some momentum into this tough stretch as we go through the schedule.